and what we're dealing with and what's going on in the world and how it's affecting us, I get a little melancholy. You ain't heard melancholy used in a sentence in a long time, have you? I get a little melancholy. You know that little country western guitar lick? In every sad song is there. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not finna play with you tonight. I've got a great topic. I hope you guys enjoy the topics. I hope you guys enjoy the perspective. The job or the purpose of the show is to stretch the boundaries of what you think you know to be true. And I'm not coming from the perspective of the know-it-all, the professor, the guru, the leader. You hear me say it all the time. The speaker is not important. The journey that the topics, the questions, the callers, and the varying perspectives, the journey is to broaden your thought process. Broaden my thought process. I'm sick of the perfect presenter. See, we being sold on an image. He got to sound right. He has to have enough money. He has to present. I don't want my preacher to look a certain way. We got to make sure everybody is caught up in the packaging and miss the point. You know why you caught up in the package? Because your personal package is disheveled, both internally and externally. Oh, Lord, it's going to be one of them shows. Yes, it is. Today's topic, very powerful topic. The intimate salesperson. A deeper look at what we buy into and sell within our intimate relationships. See, when I had the show about lying the other day, I don't believe people were 100% truthful. See, you can hide behind bravado and fake confidence and a stuffed wallet and still be empty. See, a lot of people think if I put on the trauma, if I wear and present everything, if I fake it well enough until I make it, I'm good. And I'm saying relationships don't allow you to do that. The intimate salesperson who pit you an image that you bought. Oh, he's not who I thought he was. None of us are. And you're not who you think you are. How could you be duped by a relationship salesman? How could they sell you on a false image? How could you fall for the okie doke if the okie doke don't live in you? That's what we're doing tonight. We're going to talk about it because everybody want to stand on this my truth stuff, but a lot of that truth is a mask. A lot of that truth, this is my truth, and this is what I believe, and this is who I keep it real. You about as real as a $17.50 bill, and we're going to expose it tonight when we come forward on the VOR.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on Kbla Talk 1580.
Did you know fixing outdoor leaks
mask so I can see your face. Michael said, who do you love? You love that mask. Do you know how to be your true imperfect self while in relationship? Are you uncomfortable being the imperfection that is inherently you around other people? See, this is why I did the trust and the loyalty show. And I said, trust and loyalty is rooted in fear. If you are secure within you, there's no need for trust and loyalty. You have no paranoia. But because spiritually broken, poor, haven't accepted the truth of who you are, busy, you done built an manufacturing plant to constantly produce masks. Okay, this mask getting old. It's starting to look like a loose Halloween mask. Let me take this one off and get the new 2.0 version. Because let me tell you something about your mask. Fear creates obsolescence. Obsolescence is a product that breaks down over time. So you got to constantly keep updating your mask. Oh, you update it with lies. You update it with presentation. You update it with accoutrement. Let me paint it. Let me put some glitter in it this time. Let me put some contact lenses on it. The mask has to constantly have upkeep. Do you know how to be with your true, imperfect self? With another? Does the mask you wear prevent you from allowing others to be vulnerable around you? See, it's Friday, right? It's Friday. And usually on a Friday, I want to go there. But y'all too scared. See, let me say this. This is why you follow people. This is why you follow the mask of the presenter. Oh, he said something I agree. And I kind of like the way he presents. Next thing you know, you're an acolyte. Come on, man. Come on now. True or false? Is it impossible to speak your truth if you've never lived it? What? How can somebody else who is a work in progress, who is a mess themselves, speak your truth? Especially if you've never lived your truth. See, I know what you're living. You're living in pursuit of your aspirations. And if somebody has what you're aspiring to have, they become a role model. See, the thing that bothered me today, that just upset my whole spirit, was Pastor Jamal Bryant's breakdown of Kevin Samuels. I am no advocate of Kevin Samuels, but what Big Mama Emma Sue told me was respect the dead. That's what Emma Sue said. Respect the dead. We got mad when those people came after Michael Jackson after he died. We said, hey, hold on. This man can't defend himself. You suing again? You done lost 37 times. You suing again? Emma Sue said, respect the dead. Now, guess what? You ain't got to agree with what he said. You ain't got to like what he said. You could be downright appalled by what he said. But why is it our own people? White people ain't going after Kevin Samuels. It's black folk. Be quiet, brother. Especially if you got dirt in your ledger. See. Well, where's the leader that leads with their dirt? Where is the leader, the one that's supposed to be connected to God, the one that's supposed to be, ordained, the one that's supposed to be anointed. Lead with your dirt. See, everybody's a sell. I'm going to sell you on the preaching. I'm going to sell you on the charisma. I'm going to sell you on the suits. I'm going to sell you on the name of the church that I lead. I'm going to share you. I'm going to, what was I saying? I lost it just that quick. No, I'm going to sell you on all of that. I'm going to sell you on that. But am I really that? Is that my mask? Is there such thing as a spiritual mask? A pastoral mask? Now, take it to interpersonal relationships. There's nobody on planet Earth that's hurt-free. Ain't no elves running around here. I am from Rivendell. I am from the Elvish clan. You ain't no perfect people running around here without no hurt in them. Do you know? So this brings me to my ultimate question. Can you be an actor in your relations? Are you performing just so you don't experience loneliness? Huh? Are you performing to stave off loneliness? It's almost like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So let me keep up this performance so I don't have to deal with my ravenous fear of loneliness. What are you afraid, right? You should ask yourself this question. What am I afraid of? That's a big question. As it pertains to relationships, what am I afraid of? What am I afraid would happen if I shared my experience right now with the person I'm sitting with? How will I feel if I don't share my true feelings with the person I claim to love, with the person I claim to care about? What if I never share how I really feel because I'm afraid of vulnerability? See, as long as fear is in you, so is paranoia. As long as paranoia is in you, so is a certain level of hypervigilance. And that hypervigilance will attach to slight collections. What'd you say? What you mean by that? What you talking about? Huh? 1-800-920-1580. I just want to know, are you in a relationship with an actor? Tonight's topic, the relationship's salesperson. A deeper look at why we buy into and sell within intimate relationship. What are you selling? And what have you bought into? Did you buy into a performance, and did you sell a performance to get the person you're currently with? True or false? Living your truth is daunting and yet empowering. It's unimaginable, but it's possible. It's raw, but it's fulfilling. It may be the greatest gift we can ever give ourselves, but it can completely overwhelm us. You heard me talk about my upbringing. You heard me talk about my mother's challenges. You heard me talk about my challenges. Lead with what's wrong with you. I got a lot of challenges. Do you understand me? My relationships have never been perfect. I have lied. I have cheated. I have fought. I have been disrespected. I have disrespected. Oh, I've done the gamut. I've done the gamut. See, lead with what's wrong with you. Lead with what you have conquered within yourself. Walk into the relationship trying to discover new aspects of yourself. Or else you are an actor. You are a relationship thespian. Huh? Your relationship is theater. Was it I who spoke? Was it not also a listener? You come in on Macbeth, on Shakespeare. Was it I who spoke? Was I not also a listener? Hark, who goes there? This is you in you're a thespian, a relationship thespian. And it's a shame because we buy into it. That's why we love the followers, or we love to follow. Right? Whew. Let me just say, man, this is a tough topic. Because how do you speak your truth? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know how to just say this? Listen to how I'm gonna frame this. This is who I am currently. Do you know how to say that to another person? This is who I am to this point in my development. This is who I am at this point in my development. This is what I have to work on. I'm coming into this relationship to discover aspects, right, of, what I've overcome, and if there's any residue from what I think I've overcome. How many people will say, I'm over it, but ain't through it? See, it's easy to be over it because you could just skip to the next, but that don't mean you're through it. See, the new person is just a continuation of the old lesson. See, I'm over it, I'm out. But are you through it? See, that's what the etymological root of the word experience means. It means to go through. But see, the challenge is to go through something and come out on the other end without the residue of what you've been through still on you. Now, that's different. Because as long as you got that residue, you're going to have some fear. As long as you got some fear, you're going to have some obsolescence. As long as you have obsolescence, you're going to have the need for the mask to be okay being broken around broken people. See, you think it's just you. Have you ever been in a crowd but felt isolated and alone? Because you looking at you like, something wrong with me. I'm broken. Something wrong with me. I don't want nobody to see the broken. I don't want nobody to see the cracks. I don't want nobody to see the defects in me. But everybody around you is defected. Everybody is a can of pinto beans with a dent in it. Everybody got a dent in it. Now, just because I turned my dent to the back and leaned up against the wall and I look like a fresh, clean dented can of pinto beans, that dent ain't still in the... What was the worst thing that ever happened to you? And how did it affect you? What was the worst relationship you've ever been in? And what was the best? And what did you learn from the two of them? See, if you don't get down to the nitty-gritty, if you don't reveal the truth of who you are, not only to self, but to the people you're trying to interface and interact with, those relationships are going to be obsolescence-based. They're going to break down over time. Hey, why are you a chronic people pleaser? Are you desperate to gain other people's approval while neglecting your own needs? Where did that come from? Yeah, it's not, look at me. I'm sitting here like I'm talking to you and you sitting here with me. It's not redundant. I want you to answer. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. I want you to answer tonight. 1-800-920-1580. Again, the relationship salesperson. Who sold you on their persona? Who sold you on their image? And why did you buy into it? See, I'm tired of people saying, I didn't deserve this person. No, the mechanism in you that allowed you to say, you know what? I'll buy that. Why are you buying that? We could do that with products, but you don't want to do it with a person. When we come forward, we're going to get way deep into this. 1-800-920-1580. OR is cooking.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm trying to tell you, no truth will come to you. The truth can only come through you, as you. So many people are afraid. This, again, relationships are performance based. Many people say, all I got to do is act right in order to keep them or in order to keep her. All I got to do is do what they say this position or this gender role is responsible for. The man is responsible for providing and protecting. The woman is responsible for nurturing and sex and cooking and you know the basic stereotypical provisions on both sides. All I got to do is perform right. All I got to do is act right. So much is based on performance. So many people say, you know what? I'm not going to go inside. I don't have to go inside. True or false, keeping it loud, wrong, inaccurate, insecure, defensive, hypervigilant, or emotionally, spiritually, mentally inflexible isn't the same as keeping it real. Ooh, what? Hey, bring it back, Zoe. Bring it back. True or false, keeping it loud, wrong, inaccurate, defensive, insecure, hypervigilant, or emotionally, spiritually, mentally inflexible isn't the same as keeping it real. So many people are holding on to the hurt, holding on to the unhealed wound, and putting the wound in a safety lockbox inside their spirit, and they think it's not leaking. Oh. Have you ever put honey, a little jar of honey in your car in the trunk, and you got it wrapped in? I done that before. I got the honey, I got the gin, I got the water, right? And I do my prayers before every show here on the block. So what I'm starting to realize is once you open that honey, regardless of that little snap on the top, that honey gonna ooze. That's how that hurt ooze, right in your spirit. Oh, you got the nice hair, you got the nice makeup, you got the cold dress, you turned up. But guess what? That wound is in there going, but I ain't happy. Oh, the performance is beautiful, but I ain't happy. Coop, G. Coop from Compton. Talk to me, brother.
What up, Zoe?
What's up, brother? Now, you Compton, so I'm automatically gonna say don't curse.
Oh, come on, man. Give me a chance at least.
All right, you got a chance, brother. Please don't curse. Let's go. Compton in the house.
Yeah, so I got a question. Like, how do you manage, disappointments in relationships and disappointments and expectations in relationships? Because a lot of times, we go into relationships with certain expectations, and when they're not met, then it's like, damn, I'm disappointed because, reality set in pretty quick.
All right, that's a great question. Let me break it down real quick, and while I'm breaking this down, get your next one together because I'm finna hit you hard with this. First off, what is, listen to the only real aspect of time?
What's the only real time?
Yes.
You can't get back.
The only real aspect of time is right now. The past is an illusion. All you could do is remember that, and you don't even remember that totally. The brain doesn't keep full records of the past. You get glimpses of it,
right,
pieces of it, right? And then the future, right, you can never get. So what time are you always in?
I live in the past a little bit.
Only,
but
but
not to as much.
Only in your head, G. Coop.
Right.
I'm saying, where do you live right now?
In the present.
That's the only time that exists. It's right now. So with expectations, now we're looking for outcomes. Outcomes would be equivalent to what business people say as, what are our projections for
Right.
for 2022? What are our projections, right? And just like with a business who has a projection to make a certain amount of money, if they don't make that time frame in that fiscal period, they say we're not doing good. Relationships oftentimes mimic that. Sometimes we're more in the relationship with the desired outcome and the person's ability to deliver that than we actually are with the person. This is why it's easy for us to say, you know what, this ain't working. I'm going to get somebody who can do what I expect.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
So you want
because,
that?
like, for me,
go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, like for me, like typically I'll go in, you know, with the business model ROI, return on investment.
Exactly.
You know, what I put in, I expect to get something back in return, like reciprocity. And once I start feeling like, all right, you know what, I'm putting all this in, all this emotional time, all this mental, all this spiritual, I'm putting in, and then it's not coming back to me.
So watch this. Watch this. Let me help you.
Right.
Bro, take the word spiritual out. Because what's spiritual is the natural relationship between the planet Earth and the sun. Are they trying to be together? No. It's natural. So when you talk about reciprocity, you got to understand the context and the framing of reciprocity. It's transactional. You looking to be paid back. You're a relationship broker. It's like stocks. I done put time, energy, and effort into you, and I want that back, or I want something equal to what I put into you. You're a relationship economist. See, when you talk spiritual, reciprocity is not transactional. It is organic. It is natural. Do you ask the grass to grow? Does the grass ask the sun to shine? Or for the rain? Or for the soil to irrigate it? Listen, do you understand what I'm saying? Nature ain't asking nature to show up. It just shows up because it's natural reciprocity, brother. Natural reciprocity. You're not dealing with reciprocity. You're dealing with transactionalism.
Okay. Okay, like my opinion of reciprocity is it's just give and take on the surface, just simple. You know, if I give something, then I expect you to give it back in return too. But
no, brother, no. I love you, brother, and I'm here to help you. But I'm not going to allow you to continue. See, you even in listening, I can see you're like, that's your opinion. My opinion is this. And I'm saying your opinion is the root of your dissatisfaction. That's why I'm sharing this with you. The way you see it has to be recontextualized. Do you understand what I'm saying? How old are you, brother?
Right. I'll be 38 July.
You young, man. You're not even an adult in the ancient world. In the ancient world, you're not considered a sheikh, a mister, until you're 40 years old. You got to go through 4 seasons of 10. Earth, fire, water, air. Right? You got to go through 4 seasons of 10, 40 years before you're a man in the ancient world. And right now, I'm giving you this ancient wisdom on how to do this. You know what you got to do with regards to your expectations? Let them go. Because really, relationships are about you seeing flaws in yourself, taking personal accountability, and healing. And as you heal, as you evolve, you attract a different level of person. This ain't economy class. You thinking just like an American from Compton, from Pasadena, from New York. This is a transactional, capitalistic society. And it's rooted, relationships are rooted in what is called equity theory. If I bring a bowl, you bring the cereal. If you bring the cereal, you bring the milk. If I bring the spoon, you bring the table. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's not how relationships work. The fundamental fundamental purpose for a relationship is to see what's wrong in you via the biofeedback or reflection you get from your partner. How do you do that?
Right.
Whatever irks you, whatever rubs you wrong, whatever triggers you. Hey, take note. Where's your note? Where's your journals? The journal of how you were triggered. Where's that? Do you have that, G Coop?
The journal where I was triggered.
Or of how you're triggered
no.
in relationship. So
Well,
that's like, listen.
Yeah, I think I got a good grasp of my triggers, and
But
I
why
try
are
not
you
to date,
triggered? That's where we at.
Man,
Why are you triggered? Where do the triggers come from? What is the origin of the trigger?
meaning the root of the problem.
Exactly. That's what relationships lead you on. That's the journey they take you on.
Right. Well, don't you have to go back to the past in order to dig up the roots?
What is your attachment style? Just say, I don't know.
I don't know.
Exactly. In not knowing, you still got an expectation for an external person to act a certain way, and you don't know your attachment style. Hey, how about this? What's your communication style predominantly?
Listening.
Listening? For real? So
Try to, communicate to understand.
that's good. I like that. I like that. So here are the communication styles: cooperative, collaborative, competitive, combative, avoidant, dismissive. Where you at?
I can get competitive.
Exactly.
Depending on the subject, and if I feel it is worthy of a debate.
So again,
And most of the time, most of the time, if I don't feel something is even worthy of a debate, I tend to, brush under the table, throw a little sarcasm in there, and just, kind of just do a 180 and go the other way.
All right, let's flip it another way. What are the top 3 things in your character? In your character, brother, that makes you undateable or unrelatable?
So, top 3 things in my character. Like I said, one would be sarcasm.
What are you,
2
Virgo? Are you a Virgo?
No, I'm a Cancer, bro.
You a what?
I'm a Cancer.
Okay, that's fine. Cancer, they can be sarcastic too. Keep going. I love it.
Like I said, I tend to avoid things that I don't feel is necessarily serious, or if I don't feel like, it's even on the level of even going there, I just kind of, brush, someone's feelings under the table, under the rug, that kind of.
All right, so stop right there. If you don't see or deem it as serious, because you're Cancer,
Right.
so I'm going to get to your anger. I'm going to get to that. Can we deal with that in a minute?
Okay. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Check this out. Somebody looking at you, not deeming what they think or feel is serious, might label you as dismissive. Might label you as somebody who's marginalizing what they deem as serious.
Right.
All right, look, hold on, G Coop. We gotta we gotta move forward. But when we come forward, we're gonna continue with G Coop from Compton. You're a great caller, brother. I appreciate you. Hang in there.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Compton, California. Great caller. G. Coop, talk to me, man. Where were we?
I think we was on like attachment theory, and
I was just asking you, what is your predominant communication style? What's your attachment style? Have you ever looked into these areas? Because they manifest in your relationship in times of conflict. So no particular style, or when I say communication style, no particular communication style is monolithic, meaning you're not in one style all the time. You may be in a collaborative style when everything is cool, but when adversity shows its ugly head, you might dip into combative or competitive, which creates what I call relationship entropy. Entropy means the longer a system goes on, the longer an energetic system goes on, the more it begins to break down. So you hear entropy in the second law of thermodynamics. So an example of entropy, if I put a hot cup of tea on the table, entropy is when the heat from the tea enters the ceramic of the cup or the plastic or the glass of the cup, and then enters the table it's sitting on. And as that's happening, what's going on? The tea is getting cooler. The heat is leaving the tea. Now, the first law of thermodynamics says energy can never be destroyed. It can only change form. So that energy is lost. This is why in relationships, when you experience relationship entropy, the spark is lost. Where did the spark go? You get what I'm saying? Relationship entropy. Something that the longer it goes on, the more begins to break down into chaos. So now, if you don't know what communication style you're in predominantly, how do you know how you show up in relationships? Answer.
well, I think like I listen to you a lot, and I think you always say like relationships are like mirrors. They'll part back to you what's going on. You know, when somebody shows you who you are, you know, believe them. So I don't think I really take time to look at the mirror that's being reflected back to me.
And
You know
therein lies your problem. Therein lies your problem. See how
I'm too busy managing these, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm too busy trying to manage the expectations, so I won't have to deal with a high level of disappointment.
So let me say
I
it,
don't want
let me say it another way. In terms of relationship expectations, I've said this 1,000 times, and if you've been listening, most clinicians will tell you the highest functioning relationships have the most flexible expectations. It sounds like you have inflexible expectations, which lead to what? Disappointment. You're about getting more so than giving. You value what you give and expect what you give to be returned at the same level of value. So what does that put you in? That puts you in a mindset of always evaluating the quality of what you're receiving.
Right.
How is that good if your partner is always under the scrutiny of your insecurity?
It don't sound good, but I'm not trying to make it sound like, you know what I'm saying, like it's just like all like super bad. Like,
okay, look,
me, like, always
wait, G Coop, we at the end of the hour. You got to hold tight. When we come forward, more from G Coop in Compton. This is a great call. I need you, brother. Thank you.
Chase a chick, yeah. Never chase a big mask on, yeah.
this imbalanced belief system. Love does hurt at the lower levels of it, right? But where is the pain emanating? Listen, a person comes into your life and triggers something. Do you understand? And that trigger is a call to change. It's a call to look at yourself and adjust. The second poem is by Rumi. And Rumi says the light enters, no, excuse me, the wound is where the light enters. The wound is where the light enters. That is the nature of our lives. That is the nature of spiritual evolution. Listen, the very word Satan, the adversary. What other word comes from adversary? Adversity. According to the Bible, Isaiah 45:7, God creates good and evil, calamity. God creates all dark and all light. The devil is on God's payroll. So that would mean the devil, as an adversary in our life, is really a spiritual personal trainer, sending you through adversity, which is pain, to grow you up spiritually.
Right.
The devil in and of himself has no power that is not authorized by his father, according to y'all book. Now, I'm not a religious, but I know what these words mean. Shaitan, Satan, the rebellious one, Iblis out of the Quran. And in the Bible, he is the morning star. All in the Bible, he is the adversary, the enemy,
Right.
the opponent. Well,
yeah,
take
it's not bad.
So it's not bad. So you got to go through a little pain. No pain, no gain.
Right.
That pain grows you up, or it keeps you young. What do I mean? Their inner child, that hurt inner child. As you're growing up, chronologically, trauma keeps you that hurt inner child. And at some point, you got to go in and hug that baby who got hurt, who got harmed, who was abused, who was marginalized, disrespected, right? Sometimes you got to go in and say, hey, little man, it's okay to grow up with me. I'm not going to judge you. Come here, man. What you need is a hug from the adult me. What you need is to know that we going to be okay. I'm here now, which is proof that we all right. Do you understand? You're not going to get it by trying to force somebody to pay you back what you poured into them. That ain't going to work. Does that make sense, sir?
Absolutely.
Hey, G Coop, let me tell you something, brother. I appreciate you, young brother, for calling in and bearing your soul, because a lot of brothers don't do that. And I appreciate you for doing that, man. Thank you so much. Call me anytime, brother. Hey, for real. I can mentor you through this microphone, brother. We could work it out, all right?
Man, I've been rocking with you since 2010 on the Foxhole, bro.
Thank you, brother.
I bought the book. I bought How to Stick the Landing after exiting a toxic relationship.
Yes.
So I've been rocking. Yeah, I've been rocking with you for a minute, man.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And this call was magic, man. I appreciate you. Listen,
man. Thanks a lot, man.
No doubt. Listen, when we come forward, I'm going to Austin, Texas. We got some beautiful women on the line right now. I'm finna holler at y'all. We not finna play with you tonight. You don't get to be a relationship salesperson no more. You gonna walk into that relationship as yourself, or don't go into it when we come forward.
He's on fire tonight. It's The Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Are you behind?
performer, performing in a way that caters to a person so you can get what you want. No one can give you, right? Listen, no one can give you what is supposed to be cultivated within you. Nobody can give you that. Now, we can reflect it. If you happy because you cultivated happiness within you, I can reflect that happiness back to you. If you're secure with the truth of who you are, crow's feet, cracks, and everything, you love everything about you, I can reflect the love you have for yourself back to you. But my love for you can't be can't be an infinite crutch for you. Oh gosh. Do you know how to be your true and perfect self? Right? In the presence of someone you think you love. Does the mask you wear prevent you from allowing others to be vulnerable around you? True or false, it is impossible to speak your truth if you've never lived your truth. Do you understand? How do you find your true self in a relationship? First, you got to know yourself. You have to strive to be authentic, the truth of who you are. Zoe Williams is by far one of the most damaged people you will ever meet. I've been through hell, but the flames of hell have transformed me. Listen, have transformed me to a degree. I've allowed those flames to burn me up, but they haven't burned all of it out of me. So even though I'm articulate, even though I inspire you, I need you to inspire me to keep going. You're talking to a work in progress. The actor wants to present himself as finished, as complete, as polished. When's the last time you heard a preacher speak ill of the dead? Preachers don't even talk bad about Judas. Didn't Judas have a role to play in Jesus' death? But aren't you happy Jesus died? Because had not Jesus died, his blood wouldn't be spilled and you would not be covered by the grace his blood provides. I'm covered by the blood. So you owe Judas. How about that? Now you owe Judas. You should be thankful for Judas. Right? You should be thankful that all of the disciples, as Jesus said, I didn't say this, Jesus said it. All my disciples are fools and slow of heart. And they all went to sleep in the Garden of Gethsemane. And Jesus said, all you got to do is stay awake so you can see this powerful miracle that's going to happen. They went to sleep. Be thankful for them too. Huh? Do you understand what I'm trying to get at? Fear of your authentic self is going to lead to relationship obsolescence. Yes, I'm talking science. If it's true for the universe, how is it not true for your relationship? Yes, your fear builds relationship entropy. That means that relationship got a timer on it. It's going to break down. How to be your authentic self. Know yourself. Accept yourself. Nurture yourself. Wounds and all. Love on yourself. Observe yourself without judgment. Observe yourself with appreciation. Observe yourself with approval. Observe yourself with love. That's how you accept yourself. Then you don't give a damn what anybody, you're not in a relationship to be acknowledged. If you're in a relationship to be acknowledged, that performance of doing everything that person wants you to do, happy, so then they can give you happiness, it's all a lie, because you're not really doing it for their happiness. You're doing it for their approval, which is about you. Who gets called out for being kind of selfish? When was the last time you checked in with yourself? The brother that was on the phone, G Coop, you see the reflections that are coming back to you. They're coming back to you for a reason. Learn the art of surrendering. Let go of the expectations. Your expectations should be as fluid as water. This is why Bruce Lee said, be water, my friend. You put water, it takes the form of the cup. Water can crash, or water can be soft. Water can be hard. This is the Tao, which is called the way. Going with the flow. In the study of the Tao Te Ching, you will see a term called Wu Wei. Wu Wei. This is something I taught my son, my oldest son, while he was in high school for basketball. Wu Wei. Let the game flow. It's called changeless change. Yes, things are going to change, but things also remain the same. Wu Wei, changeless change. You got to understand you're the process. You are in a process, yes, and you're going to make progress in your process, but you're also still going to have process left. Learn the art of surrender. Bring your whole self to every relationship, even at work. Trust yourself. And I'm not talking about the fear. I'm saying this is who I am and I trust me to be me. Maintain alignment between what you feel and need and what you say and do. Make value-based choices while taking into account intuition, research, and the picture. Do something each day that reflects your deepest, needs, wishes, and values. Speak up for yourself and ask yourself, what do you want? I know. Don't put up with abuse of any kind. Even the abuse you perpetuate against yourself. Negative self-talk, limiting beliefs. The self-talk that is born out of low self-worth, low self-esteem, low self-appreciation, low self-acknowledgement. Don't even put up with the abuse you commit against yourself. Her Transform. Jump in here and break me up because I'm on a roll. Break me up, Her Transform. Austin, Texas in the building.
You on fire tonight, so, and it just made me think of my own self, like being like the birth of a thespian. Like I just feel like growing up, when you get the rewards of being the best child, being the best student, then going into the workspace, being the best coworker, I meshed all those responses together, and I made that my entire personality, and I had no idea that was an authentic part of me. Like that was my authentic self. So, as going through your teachings and learning about relationships being a mirror, once I stop operating out of that perfectionist people pleasing, it just like I got overwhelmed with emotions because I had no idea that I wasn't my authentic self.
So what aspects of your authentic self started to manifest themselves when you started to look for them? What did you see first that you could say, oh, that's me. Hey, hold on, that's me. That's my authentic self. What did you see?
Well, I remember a while back you had a set of questions like, how do you not show up for yourself? How do you not trust yourself? How do you, abuse yourself? And I started seeing those behaviors in various relationships. Mm-hmm. And so it started making me look deeper within myself and really start like speaking up, loosening up that throat chakra. Like I didn't have to be a people pleaser. So, that's how I started to see those things manifest in relationships with other people.
Mm-hmm. Now take it deeper. Sometimes when people recognize, hey, I'm a people pleaser and I don't speak up for myself, they go all the way to the deep end. And when they do speak up for themselves, they're aggressive, they're competitive, they're combative. How have you been able to refine your ability to speak up without offending and without disrespecting? Talk to me.
Because I take a step back. Like I feel like you are responsible for your reactions, so I don't respond so like rapidly. I might with my toxic trait I would say would be shutting down. But during that shutting down I'm kinda like evaluating, and I'm not so much offended by or saying that what a person is doing to me is actually what a person is showing me. And going through a break like back in January, I started to do the work because I saw the things that manifest in a relationship. I need to work on myself, but it also has me paralyzed to where I don't want to enter relationships, not because of what I'm afraid of what someone is going to do to me. I'm afraid of what I'm going to.
No, say what you're about to say. Please say it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm afraid of what I'm going to learn about myself. Like I can't take no more lessons. Like I'm burnt out. I'm tired.
That's why, listen, that's why I said, say what you need to say, because I was going to cut it off, but then I said, no, let her say it. So this is what I was about to say. Not what they're about to show me. Take the M and turn it upside down and say, what are they about to show we?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
You.
I can't do no more. I'm tired. Like
listen.
it was the end.
Do you see? They about to show we something. Who is we? My inner hurt child, my adult, right? Judgmental, right? The parental judge, the inner child judge, and then me, the adult me version. So what are they about to show we? Colin Tippin.
I swear, though.
I'm sorry.
I swear, like, I'm sorry. I swear it felt like a physical death, like touching on the shadow parts of myself. And recently with this Mercury retrograde, ex tried to reconnect, and I kid you not, it was the same issue from like 15 years ago, and I almost had a panic attack. So like, I know I ain't just do all this work. Like, oh my God, I'm doomed. Like it was like I was just taking that seriously.
Man, let me just say her transform. We didn't get your real name, but that's fine. We're going to call you her transform.
Shannon. It's Shannon.
Oh, Shannon. What up, Shannon? That's one of them classic black girl names. Hey, Shannon. We appreciate the call. We thank you for your candor and your openness. Please continue to call. You are welcomed here. And like I said, there will never be any judgment. All right?
All right. Thanks, though.
Thank you. Let's get my homeboy in here, Tycoon from Kansas City.
So what up, man? What's up, chat? What up, everybody?
What's up, famo? Now, last time you was here, you slipped out one, man. No curse words, good brother.
No curse words. I got you, brother.
Yes, sir.
So I'm in tune with everything. I told you one of the hardest like shows to call because you hit so many points, man.
Yeah.
And like you hit me tonight, man. And like when you was talking about like your like what are you expecting? Like my the way I am, I'm just a generous person. So if it's with a female, it's tricking. If it's with the homies, it's just like you just I'm just a generous person. And then do I subconsciously expect something back? And I don't really like, just to be 100% honest. I know what I do for most people. It will not be reciprocated. Only thing I really value is respect.
Ooh, okay. Listen, hold that. We got to come forward, but we going to get into respect when we come forward. The big homie, Tycoon from Kansas City. He's on fire yet again. The VOR is live. You know what we talking about, relationship thespians.
Try to smile and have the way I
Announcement, but we think we can back it up. Back it up. Back it up.
a dig? Nobody makes you sing your heart song better than the composer of the song. You. If somebody else composes your song, there's codependence there. What if they take their song? What if they take the song they wrote and give it to somebody else? This song should be in your heart. And many of you, listen to me now. Many of you have this love in your heart, which is why you responded to the song when you first heard it. But when is the last time you had a relationship with somebody and that music and your feeling for that person felt exactly the same? No fear, no judgment, no paranoia, no, you better continue to make me feel like none of that. Just the moment. Just the moment. You're supposed to be love. But the truest love comes from you. And when you find the truth of who you are, the truth of the God within, Psalms chapter 82, verse 6, and I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are sons of the Most High. The word gods in Psalms 82, 6 is Elohim. The word Most High is Elyon, Elyon, El. But that verse ends by saying, but you shall die like one of the men, like one of the princes. Arise, O gods, and judge the earth. Now the Christian will jump in, the theologian will jump in and say, well, wait a minute, hold on. That word for God is a little g. Ain't no case letters in Hebrew, only English. So ain't no little g, that's Elohim. Ain't no little g. God, the English pronunciation comes from the German good, G-U-D, which produces our word good. Okay, so don't Christians, don't come for me, because I will pull out the sword of Michael and cut you down. You understand? Hey, I'm ready for that fight. But let me come back. God is the source of love. God is the source of happiness. God is the source of approval. If God approves of you, if the God within approves of you, who cares if somebody don't? What if the God within, listen to me, what if the God within manifests as your best friend? No weapon formed against you shall prosper. If God be for you, then who can? Come on, man. Come on. Authenticity, self-authenticity. Speaking your opinions honestly in a healthy way. Making decisions that align with your values and beliefs. Pursuing your passions. Listening to inner voice guiding you forward. Who is the inner voice? Is it your voice? Is it you? Or is it God using your vocal cords in your mind? Talk to me. 1-800-920-1580. I want to talk to you. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable and open-hearted. A lot of people can't be open-hearted because pain is there. Do you understand? When was the last time you took personal inventory? If you want to find your authentic self, take personal inventory. Be present to who you are now, good, bad, or indifferent, ugly. Be present. Can you see your ugliness? Can you see your devil face, your dark side without judging it? Typically, when you observe without judgment, whatever you're listen, Krishnamurti said it. Y'all know I love Krishnamurti. Jiddu Krishnamurti said it. You know what Jiddu Krishnamurti said? The observer is the observed. Don't you know when you observe your darks, it is aware that it is being watched? Ooh, now, try to be a jerk while you're observing. Try to be disrespectful when your higher self is observing your lower self, and see how difficult you try to do that. See how difficult that can be. Oh, man. Do you understand? All right, let's get these phone calls. Sometimes I go on a tangent because I love what I do. Ant Tycoon, we was talking to, Kansas City. Holla at me, Ant.
Yes. Hey man, you just did on that last one, man. That devil's advocate, man. Sometimes you gotta look at yourself and be like, what is wrong with you? And I do that. I do it. I love it. I love that. You know what I'm saying? I take that personal inventory thing. That is something that people. We thought it should just saying accountability. Period. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's solid. But no. But back to the
said that's
with the
solid.
relationship.
Okay, let's get back to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yes,
back
sir.
to what we was on now for real. But like, yeah, that what I say, I'm just addressing a lot of things you already said. But like, it's like an actor to get what I want,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I keep it 100 to get what I want, because I know that if I act, that I'm gonna get the act back. Well, maybe I'll get I have to be who I'm gonna be. I have to be who I am to at least get whatever somebody's gonna give me back. Then I have to know, you know what I'm saying? It's a genuine response. So if I do something that's an act to get what I want, then that's probably not what I want.
I got you, brother. Man, this is why I appreciate you, man, because you bring Kansas City into the building for real. And you represent as a real person, man, and I appreciate that, sir. And you're welcome to call in here anytime you get ready, correct?
Always.
Ain't nothing but love, man. I appreciate you. Until the next time, fam.
All right, thanks, though.
Man, I love it. We got more Kansas City. We got Grand Prairie, Texas. That is Grand Prairie, Texas. Let's get Bowman in here. Bowman!
What's up, Zoe? How you feeling?
What's happening, man? I'm just in here just turned up right now. What's happening?
Am I coming in clear or no?
You are coming in clear. You're not on your Bluetooth. Everything is cool.
Okay, here's what I want to do instead. I want to create something that pertains to the situation, right?
Okay, so
For
wait.
instance.
So Bowman, at the end, you're up against it. So just hold as we go forward. But when we come back from going forward, see what I'm saying? We're going to make a full cycle. Then we're going to come to you, my good friend. I didn't mean to even bring you on. I didn't know we had a minute to go. But Bowman, when we come forward, we're going back to Grand Prairie, Texas. We're going to talk about it. The Voice of Reason is on fire tonight. The Relationship Salesperson, a deeper look at what we buy into and sell within intimate relationships.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on Kbla.
limited time. Let's get the brother in here real quick. Bowman, talk to us, man. Keep it short and sweet, concise, man. We up against it.
Okay, what if Kevin Samuels didn't really believe in what is considered high-value man? What if he just realized that this narrative played on the strings of hurt men and women and brought him great success with money because he understood the YouTube algorithm, not being real with his audience by creating a facade for gain? Now, I want to, as far as applying it to the relationship factor, I believe that if a woman who is considered a daughter of man, right, and is a toxic person who knows how to manipulate men, if we as men who are gods present a certain type of lifestyle to a woman and she sees that and she's enjoying the unicorn lifestyle, what if we break down and say that I love you to this woman and she sees that we're no longer God, that we become human? Is that the death of our relationship with that woman?
So, a work in progress. Listen, this is a meme moment. Somebody meme this. I want to see this meme attached to my Instagram. At HRH Mr. So What? A work in progress can only speak a half-truth. This is why, after the passing of the brother Kevin Samuels, the world is divided in the black community. You got people that are for and people that are against. You got some women that are coming out saying good riddance, it was karma. You got other women coming out saying, nah, he said real valuable things. You got brothers saying, nah, don't talk about the man like that. Do you understand? A half-truth can only be spoken by a work in progress, and works in progress abound. Your pastor.
Okay.
Your pastor is a work in progress. He likes to say he's ordained and that he's on a higher level or that he gets a higher message direct from source. But I'm going to tell you right now, a work in progress can only speak a half-truth. There's nobody, including myself, there's nobody that's telling you 100% blue magic truth on planet Earth. No one. And the ones that do, don't talk. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
They don't
Yeah.
talk. This is why I'm saying to you right now, the speaker is not important. Bowman from Grand Prairie, Texas. Great question. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. Thank you for calling. When we come forward, I'm going to Kansas City. That's going to be a final call of the day, man. But this is a great show. And I like to start the conversation so you can finish it.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I love you too much to play with you. This is a real deal show, man. Hey, man, and don't think the listeners aren't smart. In the chat room, a brother renamed the title of the show. He said, "Are you a love loner or a love donor in relationships? Are you a love Samaritan, the good Samaritan who gave without the desire to be repaid? Everybody wants to get it back. That's why you be disappointed. Oh, expectation daters. You married an expectation, which is affixed to an outcome. You want that out. Oh, Lord. Ronay from Kansas City, you're the final caller. Let's talk about it. Ronay. Hey.
Can you hear me?
How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
We are have you. Talk to us. What do you think about tonight's show? What are your thoughts?
So I think it's a really good show. You hit on a lot of good points that I agree with. Mainly just see a little bit of my programming as far as relationships. Like it started off kind of, I'm a Virgo, so, hard lover, basically. Just falling in a relationship.
Okay.
People showed an interest and kind of falling out once I realized it wasn't in my best interest.
Mm-hmm.
But this last relationship, I kind of did everything differently. I showed an interest rather than to kind of just, flow it on to me. And we've been relating, honestly, for the past 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never learned so much about myself in any relationship than this one that I've had. Which is why me, at our happiest, is best to lead with flexibility rather than expectation.
Excellent. I love it. What are you learning now in the moment, right now? Can you name 2 things, 3 things that you've learned in this relationship that has totally flipped your understanding of yourself on its ear?
So I learned that a lot of my expectations I had were really invalid, because I come to learn that I love the person that I'm dealing with regardless of any thoughts or whatever they would choose to do.
Mm-hmm.
So expectations are moot, because I'm expecting them to just be themselves. So that's one thing. And when I find myself getting upset and I'm seeing things happen, I'm like, well, that's it's I'm getting to know this person and they come from different backgrounds, and you got to learn to love the faults and everything someone comes with. So I just, rather than expect, I'm more so just find a way that we can both be happy in whatever scenario we come across.
Wow. Well, let me just say, it's a journey, and be open to continuously learning more about yourself. It's really about learning about you than it is about learning about your partner. Although that helps the relationship to get a better understanding of who your partner is. But remember, you don't have a direct experience of them in the sense that you're not in them experiencing, right? It's a shared experience where 2 people can't share the exact direct experience. That's why we have symbols like language to try to say, this is how I'm really feeling. This is how you made me feel. This is why communication is so big. But the biggest piece is really learning about you. And you should keep a you journal. I always say relationship is the university of you. So every time a new aspect of your character, of your personality pops up, you should be journaling that.
Will do.
Well,
I will definitely kind of lead forward.
I appreciate you. You brought Kansas City in the building. Have some barbecue for me. We appreciate you. Love. Hey, man, this is how I start the shows. This is how I end the shows. This is a conversation. I'm not right about everything and don't want to be right. I'm not a leader. I'm not any of that. I'm not anybody to be followed. Follow yourself. This conversation is up to you to finish. We appreciate you for tuning in. I'll see you Monday on the VOR.
I know you've been